So hello, hello, hello. Those of you who are not familiar with who I am, there's a lot of new joiners, especially here in my group, Ascending Earth Creatrix. My name is Catherine Massell. I am an intuitive energy healer, a spiritual growth catalyst, and an Ascending Earth Creatrix. And today we are working with bringing in some beautiful, highly integrated goddess energies that we can really understand here at this time as we're in this equinox portal. We are in the vernal equinox portal, and we're bringing forth some amazing energies are opening up with this equinox portal that are bringing in, the freshness of new beginnings, bringing in fertile ground for us to plant the seeds of that which we wish to bring forth and really see grow and expand in our life going forward, not only through the rest of this year, but for the rest of our lives. We are really anchoring into some special energies of heightened gifts, of new essences, new ways of being. We are creating new ways of being that are aligned with us finally realizing just how powerful we are as master creators of our experience. We're starting to cast off those veils of illusion that have aligned us with feelings of scarcity or lack, disempowerment in any way, shape, or form. And the messages we're bringing in here today from Goddess Isis and Goddess Hathor are going to confirm that and validate that for you. They are coming forth here at this time to give blessings of inspiration, to bring in joy, to help us anchor into more of our joy, which is really important right now as we are on the, we're right in the middle of lots of different conversions of celestial events happening. We have Mercury retrograde, which basically kicks off today and is going to be with us for a few weeks still. We're still kind of reeling from the new moon energies. We are feeling this equinox portal, which is opening up a lot of heightened frequencies, bringing in a lot new information for us, bringing in fresh insight for our lives. It's really helping to widen our gaze and clear our lens of perception as we're bringing this in, but it can also be kind of unsettling because it's really putting all that stuff that is aligned with lack and scarcity really front and center. So we have no choice but to look at it. We have no choice but to see it. We may have been pushing away a lot of feelings where we've disinherited our power, where we've given away too much of ourselves, feeling like we had to keep up with someone's version of what they thought we were, who we thought we were. And it's not that we give our power away in that sense, because we can't really do that, but we give pieces of ourselves away. We put tethers that are attached to the most sacred parts of ourselves. We just give that away to other people willy-nilly because we think we want to, or we have to, or we should meet others' expectations of who they think we are, which is really silly when you think about it. But these goddesses are lovingly reminding us to release any form of victimhood associated with that, or any blame or resentment. We may find that we've given away pieces of ourselves, we've disinherited parts of ourselves even because we thought those parts were lesser than, or they didn't belong, or they didn't serve us in some way. In fact, all parts of us, the light and the shadow, it all serves us, because there are always lessons, there are always experiences that are meant to enhance us, to bring us into more of our highest and best good, to help us expand into more of our spiritual essence and our divine cosmic being. So anywhere we have that resentment, that blame, that victimhood, we are being lovingly reminded by these goddesses, it's time to finally let this go, because then we can fully assert our power. We can fully step into the powerful beings that we're meant to be here in this lifetime. Let me read some comments here. Courtney says, amazing timing. Hathor, Isis, Horus, many Egyptian deities have been coming in for me lately, so I'm really excited. That's awesome. You're going to love today. Lots of heavy clearing energy for me in the past week or so. Yes, for many of us. Thankful, though, as I know that it means I'm allowing room for great stuff to come in. Absolutely, because we're creating that energetic void. Anytime we release, especially in such a profound way with all these major celestial events happening. We've had some solar storms that really, those energies really lend themselves to us being able to release, to burn away the old. And when we do that, we create an energetic void. for that which we truly desire, for what's aligned with our heart's true desires, we allow that to come in, because our vessel isn't so full of all the stuff that frankly isn't really serving our highest and best good anymore. So now we have room to bring all the good stuff in that we truly want. So these goddesses here today are helping us to remove the veil of illusion so that we can create the new ways of being that we truly desire. This way we have a clear lens of perception. This way we get in a boost in our overall vibration by working with these goddess energies here today. We are aligning with, when we bring the messages in from these goddesses today, we are aligning with unconditional love, not only for ourselves, but for all. We are aligning with nurturing, that energy that so many of us need to bring in now. We feel like we are stretched so thin trying to meet a million different expectations at once. Where's the nurturing? Where do we get supported? Where do we find the time to nurture ourselves? Or worse yet, where are we aligning with the idea that someone else needs to step in and nurture us, that's somehow someone else's responsibility, right? We have the ability to nurture ourselves. We have the ability to support ourselves. It's all about stepping into more of our sovereign empowerment as women, as multidimensional beings. And when we align with the energies of Hathor, she really helps us to align with the knowledge of what it feels to be in the multidimensional aspects of who we are. That we can create on many planes of existence, and we often do. That we can create many new ways of being. That we can be many different aspects of ourselves all at once, and they aren't in conflict with each other, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming. We have the power to expand into our power, and they bring those essences forth here today. They also help us to widen our gaze so that we see the infinite array of resources and tools already available to us. And one of the messages I'm bringing in helps to validate this point and expand on this point even further. That everything that we need is available to us right now, that we're more prepared than we think we are, and that really allows us to take the inspired action on our desires that we wish to at this time. They remind us of our sovereign empowerment. Hi Menno, hi Tammy. They remind us that we are the master creators of our experience, every single part of it. Every single aspect of our reality, we create that. So we get to decide whether we want to lean into love or lean into fear. They remind us to release any form of, as I mentioned, that victimhood, that blame, that resentment, the fear, so that we can fully step into our power, so we can fully inhabit who we are meant to be in this lifetime and embody all the best parts of that, okay? So this is going to be, this might feel different for some of you. This is going to be a light language attunement and empowerment. So I'm going to be bringing in some information through light language as I channel their energies and work with them. That's how I work. And then I'm going to be translating, basically, and speaking to you about the messages that they're bringing in. Before I sat down today, as I often do before my any kind of attunement or empowerment or energy activation that I do, I sit down with the energies that I'm bringing forth, and I ask in preparation and to prepare my energy, what can I do to best facilitate your messages here today? And when I sat down with those energies, I had two very powerful messages come in from Hathor and Isis. And so I'm going to read those to you first, and then we're going to go into the light language attunement and empowerment. So Goddess Hathor wants us to know at this time, anywhere you distrust your own desires, let that be cleared. Let that be cleansed. If you've been ashamed, judged, or made to feel guilty for asking for what you want, or even aligning with the energy of what you want, it's time to cast off the veil of limitation aligned with that. It's really time to bring in the feeling of what it feels like to know that you are truly worthy of that which you're asking for, okay? If you're feeling in any way that you're not worthy of what you desire, it's time to lovingly release that and let that go. And as I'm speaking to you, I know many of you are already understanding what I'm talking about. Many of you have had a lot of things come up lately where it's been an undeniable presence of where you're holding on to limitation and lack, because you've had a lot of nudges, you've had a lot of this stuff come front and center to the point where you can no longer deny where you've been holding on to this feeling of lack, limitation, or unworthiness. So it's finally time to lovingly let that go. Hi, Mara. Hi, Christina. Trust in what you truly want. And this is really important. And this was such a beautiful message when this came in. You are too powerful of a being to settle for second best. Trust in the fact that what you truly want wants you to. That if you want it, that as Abraham Hicks would say, as you launch the desire for what it is that you want, the second you do that, your desire wants you just as bad as you want it. If you trust in that beautiful partnership, that symmetry, that level of co-creation, why would you ever settle for second best? Why do you think you have to settle for second best? It all gets tied into feelings of unworthiness, yes? You are too powerful of a being to settle for second best. And if you constantly make the concession or sacrifice of, I want that, but I'll take that, I'll settle for that, then that is what the universe will constantly serve up for you, the second best. But if you truly believe with every part of your being, it's very dark here, I'm sorry about that, we're having a big storm here, so turn on more lights in the office. If you are constantly making the concession or the sacrifice of, I want that, but I'll take that, that is what will constantly be served up to you over and over again. And you will wonder why. Why can't I get what I truly want? Why do I always get the leavings? Why do I always get second best? Because you're settling for that. And you believe that that is what you're worthy of, second best. It's time to lovingly release that as well. And Goddess Hathor will help you to be reminded of that in the most gentle but powerful way. Trust that what you truly want wants you to. And so Goddess Isis, and because these beautiful goddesses are working in tandem here today, so she is adding on to Hathor's message. She adds that which you truly desire, then, is already within you and within your grasp. So once you decide to align with the idea that, yes, I am worthy of asking for, not only asking for what I truly want, but that is destined to come to me then, because I have launched that desire. And I have moved into the alignment of, I am worthy of that. I am worthy of the best that's out there, not the second best. When you lovingly release any of the resistance that is pulling you out of that alignment, that's pulling you out of that vibration, and you fully inhabit, embody that vibration of, then what I truly desire is already within me. It's already within my grasp. It comes to you quickly, it comes to you easily, and you realize over and over again how powerful you are as a master creator of your experience. I release, get it gone. Yes, Olivia, absolutely, get it gone. So where have you bought and sold this lie to yourself? That you're not powerful enough to align with the vibration of your true desire, of that which you truly want, so that you can claim it fully and completely. Okay? Where have you decided to disinherit your divine blueprint, your soul's blueprint, which is only aligned with abundance? Your soul's blueprint, your divine birthright is abundance. Where have you disinherited that? Where have you constantly looked for ways in the external world to validate that over and over again? Right? It's funny how many ways we look for opportunities to validate our disempowerment rather than looking for ways to validate our empowerment. Yes? Do you get what I'm saying? Give me a heart if you're following me here. Where have you decided to disinherit your divine blueprint of sovereignty as a divine master creator? This is an excellent thing to meditate on right now, right? Everything you need, all the resources necessary to complete any task that lay ahead, they're already here. They're already right here. But have you energetically aligned with it? You can only call in that which you are aligned with. So if you're not in the vibration, you can't get there, right? You are more prepared than you think. Many of us are going through this process of many, many collapsing timelines. As I mentioned, we have this convergence of many celestial events that are happening all at once. These help us to release and collapse timelines that no longer serve our highest and best good. They have served us. Hi, Tanaya. They have served us. They've taught us lessons, valuable experiences. It's time to glean all the information then from all these powerful lessons and powerful experiences that, if we're really honest, we've had these messages, these lessons, these experiences come up over and over and over again. Yet how much of it have we been denying? Because it feels like it's too painful to let go of the identity of who I think I am. It's too painful to let go of what feels familiar to me. It's too painful to create new ways of being, to really embrace change. Some of us, frankly, we don't like change, right? So how many times have we had these lessons, these experiences come up over and over again, yet we push them away? We say, not this time, maybe later. Well, guess what? This will come up over and over and over again until you finally get it. Until you finally make that vow to yourself that you will stop disinheriting your power, that you will stop disinheriting your divinity, that you will stop disinheriting your divine blueprint of abundance. It is always your choice. No one is taking that away from you. It is about the choices you align with. It is about the energies of aligning with fear and leaning into that, or aligning with love and leaning into that fully and completely and not looking back. These are loving messages coming in for you here today, and we're going to add to them now as we continue with this. I have been second guessing my intuitive hits in the past couple days for sure, even to the point of wanting to unawaken a few times and go back to the safety of my ego. And many of us, as we experience a lot of these collapsing timelines, we will be so tempted to go back to the way things were. But here's a news flash. There is no way to go back to the way things were. It's not possible. If you've awakened to a certain point where you can't unknow things, how can you possibly expect to go back to a place where that isn't known? You already know it. You've already expanded into it. So any illusion that we're holding around, I have to go back to the way things were, or it's more comfortable to go back to the way things were, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. We must embrace this change. We are being invited lovingly to create new ways of being. We are being invited to embrace change because it's imminent. We are always expanding. We are always growing. And that can be something that makes you feel completely supported, or it could be something that makes you feel completely unhinged. But it is your free will choice to decide which one you will align with. If you align with the feelings of, I'm always supported, I'm always loved, abundance is my divine inheritance, then the universe will show that to you and validate for you that belief all the time. However, if you're aligning with change is uncomfortable, it sucks, I'm going to lose people in my life, I'm going to lose what's familiar, I won't know who I am anymore, which is one of the biggest things. If you didn't read the Collapsing Timeline Blues article that I put yesterday, I talk about this a great deal. And also grieving for lost parts of self. It's a podcast you might want to listen to if this really resonates with you. So if you're aligning with the other side of that, I'm not supported, change sucks, I'm going to lose people in my life, I'm going to lose what's familiar, I'm going to lose my identity, I won't know who I am anymore, then you will constantly have the universe validating that for you. Depends on what you're looking for, right? Sitting up a little taller already. Courtney says, fantastic. All right. So do we have any questions before we begin and I guide you through this process? So those of you who don't know what light language is, it is a language that is spoken through the heart. This is not something that is understood on an intellectual level. So I'm going to connect us all very deeply so that we are grounded in Mother Earth, and we're also connected and grounded into the sacred realms above. And I'm plugging us all into the divine creative matrix, which is the most loving, highly supportive place to do this work, and it also removes any filters from your consciousness. So you let all the highest and best messages and transmissions of love and light to come into your energy right now. Hi, Renska. So once we are connected there and we're all sharing that space together, it's a very, very loving place to do this work. I'm going to be bringing in some light language transmissions. So I will be speaking in tongues or a different language, okay? But it's not something you want to try to decipher intellectually. Try to get out of your head with it and listen here. Listen from that place of your higher heart. And those of you who've had a few different activations with me with light language, this will feel very familiar for me, or for you and me together. It will be very loving, very supportive. And I'm going to be going in and out of channeling trance so that I can bring in the translations for you. Okay? So this will be fun. And for some of you, it'll be new. Courtney Harper says, super thirsty, so I can already tell I'm in the right place at the right time. We're already releasing. I've already connected with these goddesses. They're already here. I've already connected with all of my guides, teachers, ascended masters, angels, everyone I work with in the seventh plane and the divine creative matrix. So we are already being very lovingly supported in this space. So if you're starting to feel shifts already, that means you're already a fairly empathic and sensitive person. You're starting to feel the energies as they're already starting to move and shift and awaken things within you, okay? So I just need a minute here to get myself prepared. So you can be either seated or laying down. Some of you who are used to having activations with me, and you know that I usually put you to sleep, you may want to lay down. If you are someone that tends to get sleepy during energy activations, just make sure you're in a chair that supports the full weight of your body. So if you do tend to slump, or the head drags, or bobs, or you feel like your body's going limp or loose, you'll be fully supported and there's no danger of you falling out of your chair. I don't want anybody hurting themselves here today. And once you've got yourself comfortable, go ahead and take a deep breath in and feel into all of the love and support, the nurturing and soothing energies that are already around you. They're already surrounding not only your physical body, but you're feeling it in all the energetic fields in and around the body. You may already be feeling that the atmosphere is highly charged. But note that we are having an ionic balance here. This is what I'm being told right now. Because the physical body, especially when we prepare to receive energetic transmissions like this, we become positively charged, ionically speaking. And so with these goddess energies, because we are working with a couple different dimensions here and portals of energy, they are negatively ionically charged. So we're experiencing a beautiful balance here. They wanted me to tell you that. Take another breath in to your heart space. Allow yourself to feel connected to all parts of who you are, all aspects of your being, and call back all parts and pieces of yourself. Any aspects of you, parts, pieces that you have disowned, disinherited because they are aligned with shadow or lack or scarcity. Anywhere you've given parts or pieces of yourself away in terms of energetic tethers, given to another person, place, time, and this could be in this lifetime or any other lifetime, create the intention right now to call back all of those parts and pieces of yourself, calling yourself fully back into wholeness, integrating all aspects of you. And allow yourself to feel the breath rising evenly in the chest center, feeling the cool air enter your nostrils as you breathe in, and the warm air exiting the nostrils as you breathe out. And with each breath in, allowing yourself to go further and further into the physical body, and simultaneously further and further into the now moment, the present moment, the only moment, the moment of pure creation. And as you're feeling more and more connected in this space, more and more connected with all aspects of you, I want you to become aware now of this beautiful sparkling blue, this deep lapis blue energy all around you. It's this deep lapis blue light, as if you're looking at a lapis lazuli stone and seeing those specks of gold shimmering and maybe even blinking in and out of existence all around you. Like looking up at the deepness, the deep blue of a night sky, speckled with stars, seeing galaxies. Imagine this all around you. And take a deep breath in and breathe this light into your heart space, letting it fill up the heart and lungs at first, and then allowing this to expand like liquid light in the entirety of your physical being, filling you up. And feel that shift in your vibration as you allow yourself to be filled up with this light. And now imagine pooling this beautiful deep lapis blue light, speckled with gold flecks, and it is shifting and moving, and now it is pooling into a ball, into your heart space. This shimmering ball of light. And from this ball of light, a singular column of energy extends down through the body, going out through the soles of the feet, going through all the layers of the earth and connecting deep down, all the way down, drifting down, traveling down into the crystalline heart of Mother Earth. And feeling this connection as it anchors there, and you feel fully and completely grounded, centered, supported, rooted in the deep loving energy, the billions of years of abundance, knowledge, and support that Mother Earth holds for you. And now following this column of light back up to the heart space, and a second column of light extends upward, going up through the heart of your higher self, connecting in with the heart of the highest aspect of your higher self that you're able to access at this time. And this column of this lapis golden specked light continues to travel upward, float upward, drift upward, going up through all dimensions, space, time, realities, continuing this column of light up until you cannot imagine it going up any further. And as it connects, you are connected with the seventh plane, the energy of creation, the energy of all that is, and this lapis golden flecked energy starts to form a grid, the divine creative matrix, which connects your energy to the energy of all that is. And you see this grid forming all around, connecting to all that is, connecting to everything. And you may see this as forming a circular grid, a spherical grid all around you and connecting with all that is, with you right in the center of it, floating in this energy, being lovingly supported. You may see in your mind's eye streams of light, portals of light, light wheels, or light chariots as I like to call them. You may see sacred geometry in this space. You may hear whisperings. You may hear the toning of Hathor's initiates, like a chorus of all the angelic kingdom coming together. You may simply feel this in your heart space, or you may hear it, or you may know it, sense it. And as we are connected in this space, calling forth the energy of Goddess Hathor now, asking me to be a divine vessel, the purest conduit of energies to bring forth your highest and best messages for all here, listening live or watching the replay. Would you like us to know at this time for the highest and best good of all? Son martir marquito tu estala manito de la manada puchita matita mutara watistana gutata litno to manita postera mutita mutisina mutita potera wita la bolita puta posti so ai no mani uti ustera bufatsana le monostita su utita potera potera Sorry the Buddha Lana Soro Hero Bakati Pushtak the Basti, Abati would the tax. You are so much more than the composite of what you have been. Because at this time, as you merge with multidimensional aspects of self, you are everything that you have been, everything that you are, and everything that you are going to be, and it has come together in this moment, this now moment. You have access points of infinite consciousness open to you at all times. It is simply you aligning with your free will choice to inhabit that frequency, to inhabit that vibration, and to move into full alignment with that which you are, which is a divine being. Your divine inheritance allows you to understand more of your multidimensional aspects of being at this time. You are free. You are loved. You are more powerful than you could possibly understand with the unfortunate limitation of your human mind at this time. And so you must move beyond the intellect. You must move into the heart. You must move into that felt sense of who you are. You must move into the higher aspect of all parts of your being. You must inhabit this throughout each day, throughout every day. You must begin your day in the mornings upon waking, understanding your divine empowerment, understanding that you have access to limitless points of being, access points of consciousness that allow you to manifest brilliantly, effortlessly, easily, quickly, that allow you to inhabit all points on the emotional spectrum of joy, of mirth, of happiness, of freedom. So many cows to what it is what I get at. Lemon or kitutu was a diesel with the tap of Hikuta. Order what I take. Low what is still wanted to push hands with the bat. Nobody gave us to start up with it to Lemon tea or tea word what to a da. To a da. Say what they don't wish to man said I would get a good top of the. If you could see yourself as we see you, you are a point of light with billions of points of light within you. You are a conscious point of light within the universe that as soon as you launch your desires, all of the essence of what you are desiring focuses in like a laser beam, a directed focus of energy in on you, and you as a light source, just as you would see the essence of all the desires you wish to call into form, at first being light, of essence, of a thought, of a deed, of an emotion. So we see you in the same way, we, your desires that are yet to come into form on the physical plane. We are seeking you as you are seeking us. You are seeking to have a greater knowing of who you are as a godlike being. We are here to tell you that you are godlike in every manifestation of who you are. It is only when you align with the small self and the energies of limitation, lack, or scarcity that you see anything else but your godlike nature. You are a master builder of your experience, and you are doing so. Everything that you see in front of you, whether it is a lamp, whether it is a pile of money, whether it is a car, whether it is a tree, everything here on the physical plane has been manifested by you. There is nothing that is created by God that is not known as you not being a God. It is time to lovingly release any limitation that you feel, that you know, that you see. It is time to release any limitation that you constantly validate yourself with in the external plane. It's time to stop believing in the lie. Go ahead and take a deep breath. And release. Just allow yourself to expand into those messages. Just feel lovingly held and supported as those messages came in for your highest and best good, and they were messages of love, of support, of nurturing. Allow them to soothe your spirit. Allow them to help you embrace the change that is imminent. And now we ask to bring forth the essence of Goddess Isis, that I may be the most divine channel, the purest conduit and vessel for your divine transmissions to work through me, to come through me, not from me. Help me to translate in the highest and best way for all listening live or in the replay later. Koro namatino kosira, koro non konanashta salmonte, non marakanashti sosa maninando tu alamanzida, le malanazina la suda da tamasira kokoro, le korushi samastina mufu fonte della mustica usata pututo anche quante. Le ponokasana muko fete dalla motica rosso. E solo banana fanadata busha samani kuhufte. Hora man samoti sushita e sura manica la rote de deposti. Ho mani shara. Hora mani shi so hufte tuta. Pastita bala la motu dan motis puteta. No koro patito bastano sustitu siku patita uta intentana uta sabuta tasa. Lemon and suada da. Lemon and mastina suda and tinta wika details. Everything that you are seeking, you already are. Everything that you know or wish to know, you have already known. Everything that you seek to become, you have already became. You have lived many, many lifetimes on this plane. You have come back again and again to fulfill different contracts. You have asked for different experiences, and at this point you have received almost all of them. So now it is time for you to truly inhabit the empowered nature of your being and use all of these lessons, use all of these experiences to enhance the beauty, enhance the joy, enhance every single desire that you have in this lifetime by understanding that it can come to you easily, effortlessly. For you are aligned with your sovereign being. You are aligned with perfect divine inheritance of empowerment. You are godlike in your ability to create, to manifest, to build every aspect of your experience in such a way that you desire. You have limitless ways of creating new ways of being. It is now your desire to unlock aspects of your imagination. It is now aligned with divine timing for you to untether your imagination any way that it is aligned with lack, that you can't possibly create new ways of being that haven't been imagined before, anywhere you are aligned with the belief that it can't be done, it shouldn't be done, it won't be done, I'm not worthy of that being done, I'm not worthy of accepting my true divine inheritance. It is time to lovingly release all of those feelings of lack and limitation. It is time to look at whatever resistance that is being shown to you in the most loving way at this time. And finally say, yes, what will you teach me? Yes, what will you show me? Yes, how will I expand into more of who I am meant to be? Yes, how do I lead with light? How do I show others through my divine example of just being, of how to be, and then leading with light to lead the way of ascension for many, many others, to lead the way, to show how to anchor into empowerment, anchor into divinity, anchor into the royalty of spirit that is truly mine at this time. Ken Mormoki should Bustina Maki or Tata Mani Moni Moni or Samani and Monica Wule or Lepers and Monica was somebody petite or some no Koro Monica Tita Masha Manikino, no Koro Manike Putu, no Motki. Mosima ne Madika Kusama Galabuta, we see, what's that? We see. Oh, something like that. So much. Steve of the Belgad. No corona manamestina namastama ketituta. It is time to forgive yourself. Everywhere you have disinherited your divine birthright. Everywhere you have given away parts of yourself because you thought that the needs of others were more important than your own. Anywhere you have chosen to not keep and maintain strong personal boundaries, giving away pieces of yourself that have allowed you to disinherit your own royalty, your own divinity. It is time to call all of that back, lovingly forgiving yourself for anywhere you have done that, anywhere you continue to do that. It is time to call forth the energy of mercy, compassion, forgiveness, and not only for yourself, but all those you feel you must blame or continue to have resentment for. Anywhere you are aligned with the feelings of victimhood, victim mentality, something has been done to you instead of for you. It is time to lovingly release all of those energies and any blame or resentment, grief, sorrow, loss, panic, anxiety that is associated with that. Take a deep breath in and let that go. And feel your heart expand into these new energies. We are bringing forth the energy of unconditional love, kindness, support, mercy, and compassion here at this time. We invite you to explore all the ways that you can be you, untethering yourself with another person's idea of who you are. Let yourself be your own divine imaginer, for lack of a better word, I know there's a better word for that, of who you are. Do not let the dictates of others show you who you are. For the opinions of others have nothing to do with your divine inheritance. Your soul's blueprint is your own, and it exists exclusive of others' ideas, judgments of you. Take another deep breath in, and allow these energies to expand and resonate throughout every fabric of your being. Understand as you breathe in these energies and you breathe out, you are informing the quantum fabric of the universe with your divine empowerment, proclaiming who you are in your divinity to the multiverses. Are there any further messages at this time? Thank you. And let your breathing normalize. Allow yourself, while you are here in this space, to thank Goddess Hathor, to thank Goddess Isis for the divinely transmitted messages of love and light. And the sun just came out. How beautiful. Feel that expansion in all parts of your being. And while we are here in this space, allow yourself to do a scan of your energy, starting from the top of your head, or maybe even just above the crown, noticing anywhere you feel tight or tense, contracted, constricted energies, anywhere in your physical body or anywhere in the fields in and around the body. Continue that body scan down through the face, through the neck, shoulders, the back of the neck, your upper back, middle back, the belly, all the way down through your sacral region, the hips, the pelvis, the base of your spine, where energy likes to hide, in the legs, the kneecaps, the back of the knees, energy likes to hide there too, going down through the calves and the shins, the ankles, the tops of the feet. And anywhere you've noticed any shadow, heavy, dense energy, simply take a deep breath in, and using your breath as the vehicle for intention, send your breath there as a cleansing sweep of energy. And as you exhale, bringing this energy down through the body, deep down through your Earth Star chakra and down through all the layers of the earth, sending it down to the crystalline core of Mother Earth to allow these energies to be cleansed and transmuted. Thank you, Gaia. And now begin to gently pull that column of energy down from where it is connected into the divine creative matrix, pulling it back down through the crown of the head, back into the heart space, and following that second column of energy down of that lapis blue golden fleck light, taking this column all the way back down into the central core of Mother Earth, and asking Gaia to do a final cleanse and sweep of any lingering negative energies that are meant to be released here, now, at this time, in alignment with all of your divine timing. Anywhere any energies are no longer aligned with your highest and best good, asking Gaia to cleanse and transmute these energies now. Thank you, Gaia. And now gather this pristine energy and bring it all the way back up through the layers of the earth, through the soles of the feet, aligning with all of the energy centers, the pathways, the meridians, the nadis of the body, continuing up all the way to the top of the head. And allow yourself to gently, energetically disconnect from this transmission now. Thanking all guides, beings of light, Any and all dimensions, portals of energies that have opened, sealing the auric fields of all present, sending all tethers back, wash clean in God's light, pulling all of my tethers back, wash clean in God's light. Thank you, Divine Creator. Thank you, Mother Earth. And so it is. Okay, so, hi. So that was really, really fantastic. I felt incredible surges of light. Lots of sacred geometry, lots of light chariots, which is what I've been seeing a lot lately. I'm shaking right now. I'm grounded, but I'm shaking with these energies because they're just continuing to reverberate through my field. So I would love to hear your experience with this transmission. I'd love to hear how that felt for you. Any information that came in for you or anything you'd like to share with the group is most welcome here. Had a lot of shaking in my legs, a lot of energy moving out, Fidelma. Make sure that if you are still feeling this shaking continuing, a lot of us are still reverberating with these energies, so it's okay, and it will continue to move out in divine timing, but we can usher it along if it feels uncomfortable. Remember, you always have the power to ask for energies that are meant to move out, to move them out in the most comfortable way possible for you. So you can ask to turn down the volume of what you're experiencing. You can ask for like a delayed time release response of these energies instead of everything just going whoosh out at once, because sometimes that can be really uncomfortable for the body to accommodate. So you can ask for those things, okay? Courtney says, wow, the soles of my feet are still tingling. Those messages spoke specifically to something I'm deciding on in this moment. Beautiful. I'm so happy to hear that. That's wonderful. So wonderful. Tanaya says, so powerful. I'm so glad. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off from my YouTube channel, and so I can read messages in confidence here in the group. So thank you for those of you who are joining me on YouTube. If you're interested in the course of the Ascended Feminine, Merging with the Multifaceted Goddess, we start on April 19th. There's still time to sign up. If you loved this transmission today, you will love this course. So I will leave all the info in the description. Love and light.